Alright, so continuing off from last time, I think Scrappy was in the middle of talking about stuff.
Yeah. Anakin is Luke's father. I'm sorry. I feel like that is a subject that's like it's not known. It's not really. It's an obscure fact of the fandom. But I think you all should know it.
Me for ignoring his advice.
Yeah.
He's angry, but I think he wants to be able to yell at you in person.
Dude, you need a shower.
Yeah, right.
Has gone mad.
Honestly, Bale looks better than Starkiller.
Oh, we're not crazy.
Does every female Jedi in this game dress like a stripper?
Yeah, right?
Stand aside, girl.
So be careful with that saber, you almost like just stabbed Bale.
He won't let
Like I do like Maris's kind of just, I guess, design, like the whitish skin and some red.
Maybe it works better for her as a Sith, but
Like
Yeah.
she looks like a Sith when we first saw her before we knew she kind of went to the dark side.
Yeah.
wait, why is the Bull Rancor?
Wait, what?
It looks like it was face through.
Yeah, because I was like awkwardly under it or something.
Better question: where did Maris get the Kyber crystals for the red lightsabers?
Well, we never saw her lightsaber before, so maybe it was already like this.
Maybe.
I mean,
don't know.
yeah, there are some Jedi who use red lightsabers. But that do you think that would be like a kind of a, pardon the pun, red flag for Shakti?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. She wears a lot of
I
black.
forget,
Looks
does red by default make you evil?
no.
Not necessarily. It's like a case of like, you are who you choose to be kind of thing.
Like Leia had a red lightsaber in the Legends EU.
I do.
Luke gave it to her.
Speaking of legend stuff, I think in like a specific arc, like Luke actually becomes Palpatine's like apprentice because yada yada.
Palpatine's clone's apprentice. I need to clarify.
Yeah, yeah, like all
The
that.
EU was fun.
Yeah, all that weird stuff going on. So like he kind of plays with Palpatine to like learn more of the dark side, so he can like be able to defeat him better or something like that. I don't know.
Like
it's
he goes undercover and then kind of believes that he is a Sith Lord. And I think, not sure who pulled him out of the abyss, so to speak. I think it was Mara Jade.
Probably.
You know she's going to be in like the Disney Plus shows at some point.
Probably. I don't know really anything about Mara Jade, but
Oh, actually, speaking of like stuff like that, here's a question for you, Scrappy. Have you seen Star Wars Visions?
oh,
I saw like one short.
Which one?
For Pete's sake. The one that looks like anime. No, but
Oh, Studio Trigger. Got it.
yeah. I mean that is the most anime of the bunch.
it was
It's also one of the most fun ones for me to watch, just because I love
It
how I just love how over the top it is.
one with a bunch of Jedi like near some beam of light, I think.
Yeah.
And
Oh no, I think that's the one by A1 Production or something like that.
and
Not A1. It's the team
Yeah.
that made. I think I know the one you're talking about.
there's a female Jedi who wore shorts and wore pink, so it's like, yeah, that makes sense. And
Kid.
Yeah.
like that's the most. This is a girl Jedi design I've seen ever.
Yes.
Because like the very first one, the one that's like a samurai show, is like one of the cooler ones.
Yeah. Yeah. So some of the Visions episodes were pretty cool. I'm not a fan of all of them though. Like some of them were a bit like, I'm not sure about this. But I'm glad that there was a bunch of different takes.
The second Studio Trigger one was kind of like whatever.
Which one was that?
It's the one where these two Jedi find like this one like samurai Sith.
What was I gonna say? Well, that's how it is with anthologies like that.
Yeah, you probably
Not
Or
won't.
I guess the one that's like the Jedi on the run in a band.
Yeah,
Not
that.
every segment from the Animatrix was great.
Yeah, I feel like. Yeah, I feel like some of the shorts made were not really Star Warsy. Like some of them, I feel like should have been made for like a different universe, if you will, because like the whole like a band run like trying to get across or whatever. I don't know. It like that just felt really non-Star Warsy to me.
What, are you saying you don't want to have K-On! Star Wars Edition?
Like, yeah, that just doesn't. I don't know. I mean, it's a. I like that there's a bunch of different takes on the universe with Visions, but yeah, I feel like some of them just don't really work.
Again, I just think about the twins usually just because I just love Studio Trigger going over the top.
Yeah, I just.
I mean, you watch it, all I can see in my head is Kill la Kill.
Yeah, I mean the fact that they can just be like, or, like they can just go on the ships and be fine.
Breathe
like,
in space.
Breathe in space. Like, it's like
They gave no shits, and it's just kind of more of a fun one than anything.
yeah. It's like you just have fun with it.
I don't believe you.
Yeah, I mean you never see her again.
Oh, maybe she was right.
I don't know. Was she made for this game specifically?
As far as I know.
Because I don't. I haven't seen her in
I
anything.
wonder who.
Yeah, I haven't seen her in anything else.
Shouldn't have let her go free. You really think she's free? She'll carry the memories of what she's done here forever.
Projecting a bit, Starkiller?
Yeah.
Well, we got
I
one of the only two canon characters.
Yeah.
Thanks for saving me, Jedi. You're not a murderer like that Maris person. Yeah, yeah.
Sure.
Open rebellion is too dangerous, Master Coda. I know I owe you my life, but
You don't owe me.
Now we're heading back to the junk planet, I think.
Yep. It's not gonna be.
For like probably for the trailer shot.
Yeah, it's not gonna be in this part, but yeah, it's one of the key moments of the game, really.
Like I said, the trailer shot.
Yeah.
we need weapons.
It's funny. Just listening to like
Don't know how many others will stand.
developer streams and stuff of this game, where it's just where
Well, yes,
they
there are other sides
basically
now against
had to like
but they will be
talk about like what you could actually do with the Force in this game, and I think at one point I forget who it was. I don't know if it was Hayden Blackman or whoever it was, but
In the meantime,
they basically just yelled at the top of their lungs, "You can pull down a Star Destroyer," just to just to give like the team like an idea of what you would be able to do in this game.
Well, can we give a Wookiee a lightsaber? And George like just pops in through the door like, no.
Yeah.
you received my message?
Yeah, Vader.
Chad Vader. Yeah, it's definitely aged a lot, but it's like CG is fine, I guess.
I mean, is this? I presume. I honestly assume this was like just like with the models.
I don't think so. I think this is pre-rendered, but it's like I don't know.
Like Vader looks pre-rendered. Like
Yeah.
not so much Starkiller.
Yeah, I think the
Floyd Vader.
actual like human faces and whatnot aren't animated the greatest.
This can't be pre-rendered. Starkiller's in a costume that you choose.
Well, I think
So-
I think like the costumes are like that show in the cutscenes depend on what your last mission is or whatever. So
I came to find out where you wanted to go,
Like whatever you pick.
but it looks like you've already been told.
maybe I don't know.
Of course it is. You're still loyal to Vader. After he branded me a traitor and tried to kill you, you're still his...
Slave.
Then why did you defy Vader to rescue me?
I needed someone to fly the ship.
We both know that's not true. My being here has never been about my piloting. Sometime soon, you will decide the fate of the rebellion, not your master. And when you're faced with that moment, just remember that I too was forced to leave behind everything I've ever known.
That's a nice wall of text you got there, by the way.
Don't make me leave another.
Yeah, walk up to a woman and
I
say that,
don't-
Harry. See what happens.
Goes over your face.
Yeah, I don't think they needed to have like the whole the whole dialogue there like in one go. They put,
Or at least
couldn't
make the
be-
text small.
yeah, because
Couldn't be
that was
bothered to do the segmenting.
yeah, because that was like kind of awkward looking, honestly.
Closest I can get you. Once you find a way to the
But yeah, we're back on this planet.
use the ore cannons
What was I going to
attack the
say?
shipyards directly.
What the heck was I going to say? Yeah, I don't think the cutscenes are pre-rendered outside. Maybe a few,
Maybe.
like Juno and Starkiller look like they're in-game models, maybe separate models for the cutscenes, but they didn't look pre-rendered.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know though.
Like this was 2008. Like we were gradually moving past the point of like using pre-rendered for everything. I'm gonna say this game is 2008 as heck. I kind of love it for that.
Yeah,
Is that?
yeah.
I hear a
'cause it-
Jawa.
Yeah, there are a bunch of Jawas on this planet, so but yeah, it's definitely very 2008. Like you have the QuickTime events, you have the janky like ragdoll physics and like just general janky game design in a lot of ways.
I'm sorry, Jawa's
yeah.
fighting you. They don't fight.
Yeah, they don't really do much. Yeah, one thing I do want to bring up, like last time we talked about Kenobi, one thing I will say that I do appreciate actually is that they do reference, well, indirectly reference Force Unleashed in a lot of ways because I know at one point Vader does like take down the ship very Starkiller-esque, and then there's also, I think, okay, in one of the trailers for Force Unleashed 2, you have Starkiller like take out a bunch of stormtroopers in like a room that's completely dark, and he's like killing everyone like it's like a horror movie or something. And I think Kenobi does something similar in an episode. I don't know if it's directly trying to reference it, but that's what it comes off as, so that's what I'm gonna take it as. But yeah.
I would love it if just like Starkiller just showed up in the modern films. Like he doesn't have to be a main character, like just a background fighter. Like I'd love that.
Yeah, that's an interesting thing as well. Like they have wanted to try and bring Starkiller back in some way, but the problem just is like how do you actually do it without making
He's
him
too OP.
yeah, like how do you actually write him in properly? Because I think, what was it? Dave Filoni wanted to make him a Inquisitor, but that kind of just makes him a lot less important and interesting, and I feel like a lot of people would be unsatisfied if you did bring him back and he's like super underpowered compared to how he is in the games. So I'm not really sure how you do it correctly.
Oh,
At this
well,
point,
now I just want to play Force. Now I just want to play yeah, what was the game called?
Fallen
Jedi
Order?
Fallen Order.
Yes.
Yeah, Fallen Order is basically it's basically a more grounded Force Unleashed, if you will.
Maybe that's something you could stream.
I don't know. I mean, I kind of just stopped playing that game fairly early on, so I don't know.
I need to. I was pretty late game, but I need to finish it because I'm just near. I'm pretty sure I'm like a little bit towards the end.
Right.
At this point, I'd be fine with him like just popping up in the Lego Star Wars specials. They
Yeah.
can let him be as OP as they want there.
That'll be
Have Cal
fun.
go up.
Yeah.
Like just have him like play him completely straight, and everyone else is like play him completely straight, but still a Lego Star Wars special.
Yeah. I will say this though, stuff in the Kenobi show, kind of makes like, look, it doesn't make the stuff in this game as unbelievable, really. Like, I feel like Force Unleashed 2 is more so the stuff that kind of goes a bit overboard, honestly. Like, obviously this game, is still like, Starkiller is still like extremely powerful, don't get me wrong, but I do feel like it's like people kind of over exaggerate how strong he is a little bit. I
He
don't know.
brought down
Though.
a Star Destroyer.
I mean, I have things to say about it because it's not exactly as simple as that. Like, it's not something you can just kind of do.
Yeah, you gotta do a quick time event for it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll talk.
Hilarious.
I'll talk more about that in detail when we actually get to it, I think in the next part. But yeah, it's not.
Wait, you
Right,
slice
yeah.
the machine, but the stormtroopers' bodies are still intact.
Yeah.
Like I know ratings, but I'm surprised. Like this non-canon stormtrooper armor is really tough.
Yeah. Right.
It can't hit. No, non-canon stormtroopers are actually more overpowered than you realize. Remember, they're actually kind of accurate, minus that one we had in the Jedi Temple.
Yeah. Right.
What was I gonna say? You know, I'd complain about the EU having some overpowered stuff, and it does, but we've I think we've passed that threshold in canon again now.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I will say this as well. Like, considering Force Unleashed stuff is in like the Legends continuity, like. From what I understand, the stuff some of the characters do in the expanded universe is absolutely ridiculous. Like Starkiller is like kind of just the tip of the iceberg. Like there's like way
A
crazier
tip
stuff.
of an iceberg that isn't. He's the tip of a very tall iceberg. Is that what you would say?
I
Like,
guess, but like the point is like there's
Star Wars EU canon iceberg. How deep does it go?
basically
too deep.
Yeah, like as far from
I'm
what
making fun of the videos.
yeah, like from what I understand, like there's like stuff that other characters have done that make Starkiller's feats look like nothing. So
Like
yeah.
the concept, like Force storms were a thing in the old EU.
Yeah.
Like-
Yeah.
Is Shatterpoint canon now?
I don't know.
I feel like I could see that being used in very limited use situations in canon. Like it's like, how does Shatterpoint work? You have to find like a
I'll try.
point of weakness in like some kind of structure
Yeah.
and
I mean-
basically just shatter it. Basically, like
Well, from what I understand, like Mace Windu was like the only character that like mastered it. So I don't. Well, from what we know, I guess.
oh, I could have sworn. I think Luke knows it in the old EU.
Oh, probably. I
Correct
don't.
me if
know
I'm
much
wrong.
about
Isn't
that.
Mace Windu basically in a way like what's his name? Like Master Ericus.
What from Kingdom Hearts?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd say that much, but he definitely has a very flawed mindset. It's not
That's
exactly.
what I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it's not like Master Ericus kind of thing, but I think I know what you mean.
That's how I was going at, yeah. But it's just like, it's one of the things about like Star Wars, just like it's like they don't realize how important the dark side of the Force really is.
Yeah, I mean, there's also well, there's that, and like what is it like? Mace Windu just trying to kill Palpatine on the spot isn't exactly any. Like, he's basically just being as bad as Palpatine is at that point, so yeah.
I mean, from Anakin's point, oh gosh darn it, from his point of view, yes,
Yeah.
but I mean, Palpatine had been screwing around with the government for a decade plus at that point.
Yeah, and I mean, I get it, but like,
Windu's mistake was going in with a jobber squad.
yeah. I mean,
He was just bringing people to die at that point.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, as well, Anakin and Mace don't exactly have the best relationship in the first place. So
A Sith Lord.
yeah,
Tilts head
He
back.
almost doesn't believe it. It's like,
yeah,
Skywalker, you are bullshitting me again.
yeah. The thing is, as well, the whole politics in the Senate and whatnot, they don't they don't care about what the Jedi and the Sith are. They, as far as they would know, Mace just tried to murder an important figure, and they'd be pissed off.
Windu
So-
could have possibly Windu alone could have probably taken Palpatine. Maybe Windu and Anakin, yes, they could have probably taken
Well,
him
I
down.
mean,
Oh,
he
yeah,
was-
yeah.
I mean, he was winning if Anakin didn't interfere at the end.
I mean, there's the whole debate whether, like, oh, did Palpatine throw the fight or did he actually lose?
Well, he was getting zapped.
Yeah. So I guess you're...
Lucas settles on Palpatine. What was it saying? Lucas and the Revenge of the Sith novelization writer settle on Palpatine losing.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I can honestly kind of believe it since like Mace was by definition technically one of the strongest. Well, he was a Jedi Master, so I feel like probably more like in its most like textbook definition, you know?
Yeah. He's always been stated as like the second strongest.
One of, if not the strongest Jedi at the time.
Well, he's the second strongest only to Yoda.
Right.
So yeah.
What was I gonna say?
So I think like George Lucas has like gone on record saying like Mace and Yoda are like some of the only Jedi that can actually fight Palpatine.
By themselves, anyways.
Yeah.
Again, I was kind of thoroughly convinced that Mace could have won if Anakin didn't do his thing.
Yeah, I think it was. He was definitely like playing in a sense as well, because well, okay, so the whole thing with like Mace Windu, like he has his like fighting style where like he
Form 7.
Yeah, Form 7, where like he takes the anger from like the dark side and like kind of unleashes it back at like double power or whatever, which is why he could like keep up with Palpatine. And then
It's like
it's
like Grey Jedi, but not quite as smug.
yeah, and then there's if the whole Shatterpoint thing is a real thing, I've heard the idea of like Palpatine was kind of playing that he was in danger, and then when Mace was starting to get electrocuted, he realized that he was in like no danger whatsoever. It was like kind of a way to like fool Mace into a false sense of security, I guess. That was good.
Waiting for it.
I still kind of don't want to think that Mace was he was letting him win, essentially.
I don't think it's
because
no, that's not necessarily
you
what
really go to that risk to like let yourself get shocked like that.
You know,
Yes,
I'm not.
because
Well, I'm not.
Palpatine does stuff like
He
that.
was, I know, like he kind of like, granted he was right, but like that like, cause he kind of pulled a Xehanort there.
Yeah, like I'm not necessarily
Or
saying.
Xehanort pulled a Palpatine, but you get what I mean.
Yeah,
Harry,
yeah.
why? The droid did nothing wrong.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily saying like Palpatine like faked it necessarily, but more so he used it to his advantage to like make it more and more believable to Anakin, I guess.
That the Jedi have basically gone like all like mad.
Yeah, like he has to, like he. If he like,
Well, I mean,
yeah,
no, okay, I know what you mean, because he was
Yeah.
like making him think like Mace Windu has definitely gone sane or whatever, or like the Jedi have turned on the
The
Senate.
Jedi are taking over.
yeah,
Exactly.
My
Yeah.
throat.
The
Yeah, it
Jedi
helps,
have taken over.
it helps to look a little. It helps look frailer and to look like you're actually getting hurt by your own evil demonic lightning that you yourself are conjuring.
yeah.
But sure, Anakin, and it worked. I guess it worked.
I think, yeah,
I'm
I
still
think
on the side that Mace would have won.
probably. I mean, they make it pretty clear it's in the with the Yoda fight as well. Like with lightsaber combat, I think they make it pretty clear that Yoda's the better duelist, but when it came to actual force abilities, it's a lot more of a even ground, if you will, and that's why like Palpatine focused more on like just throwing stuff at Yoda instead of just
Well, Palpatine overall won that fight, didn't he?
Yoda fled, so it's kind of a stalemate. Like
it's more of a stalemate, but
Well, being forced to flee, I think, still kind of gives it more of a point in one.
I'm not even sure if forced to flee. Like Yoda just kind of fell down, didn't break anything. He's like, failed, I have, and then he just kind of crawls into a vent and leaves.
yeah.
Like
I
the
mean,
clone troopers hadn't even
you could
arrived.
continue to fight.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
the
I
clone
was.
troopers hadn't even arrived. Yoda just kind of gave up, which is weird.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say if at that point like an army of clone troopers came in, then he'd probably have a decent reason to escape.
Yeah, they could have. I think they could have. I feel like Lucas could have maybe done that as better. Like,
Cause,
Yeah, I mean,
I think at that point, then yeah, he definitely would have been overwhelmed.
Yeah, I
like,
think
have
that's what they did in like one of the early versions of the scene. Like,
What, at clone troopers?
yeah, it like if you look at like early scenes,
what, animatics?
yeah, animatics for like early like scenes in the movies, it's kind of wild. Like, what is it? The Palpatine versus Yoda scene is like completely different. Like, I know at the start Yoda does these like acrobatics and like jumps to like kick Palpatine in like the stomach and like flips away or something. It's so weird looking.
Oh my gosh, I would have.
I kind of would have paid money to see that now.
Like,
Yeah, I
he
kind
literally-
of want to see that now.
Like, he literally does like 360 spins on a pole like it's a video game.
Flow motion. Let's go.
It literally is.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I need some Matrix bullet time for that
I
too.
want to see this now, please. I want to see this.
What was I gonna say?
yeah, no,
Yeah, I think they could have redone it. Just, the ending, I think, just needs to be changed a bit. Like have Yoda break his arm while he falls, or
Yeah.
I don't know, lose his lightsaber because he doesn't use it in the original trilogy.
yeah. I think yeah, what happens in the animatic I'm talking about? What happens is like, I think both Palpatine and Yoda kind of just fly away for some reason, and like they're on one of those like pods, and like clone troopers come down to try and shoot Yoda, and then he's just kind of floating down casually with a sad look on his face, just kind of slow.
Oh.
he's just kind of floating down with a pod, just casually with like, and while all these clone troopers are shooting at him, and it's just like, it's so weird looking.
He needs like one of those. What am I trying to say? It was a time boss fight. He lost. He had to get Palpatine's health to 0. Doesn't matter if he got down to lower than
He had
his health bar.
he had to trigger the cutscene.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, the animatics for Revenge of the Sith specifically is wild because like,
Yeah,
like the
Obi-Wan
old,
versus Grievous is.
yeah, Obi-Wan versus Grievous like is
Oh
ridiculous.
yeah, that stuff is kind of gross. Like it's a little unsettling.
Yeah, I was gonna say, here, there's 2 sides to a door.
Yeah. Video game. Yeah, there's that. I think this would have been nice to see in the actual fight because it'll be more like actually using the Force in like a duel. But in the Mustafar fight with Obi-Wan and Anakin, they were gonna like use the Force to like fling like bits of lava at each other, which I don't know, that would have been fun.
That sounds like
That's kind of cool, actually.
sounds like Scar like just kicking up some ashes in Simba's face.
Yeah.
Yes, Your Highness.
That's one thing I will say.
Highness.
That's one thing I will say about the Kenobi show from what I've seen is that they actually do use the Force more in actual like lightsaber duels, which is something that they don't usually do often, which is a bit of a shame. Like, I feel like they don't use the Force enough for that kind of stuff. Like,
Probably would have made a lot of. It probably would have made a lot of the what? Oh, fuck, I forgot his name already. Who plays who plays Dooku again?
Christopher
Christopher
Lee.
Lee, yeah.
Yeah, it probably would have made Christopher Lee's fights a bit more interesting because he can't really do a lightsaber duel.
I mean, they didn't. They just CG'd his head onto a stunt double, so it wasn't
Yeah.
really much of an issue.
It still looked really bad.
Yeah, but that's not. That doesn't. That they could have. The stunt double could have still done like the Force stuff. Like
Yeah.
Like it's just that was a non-issue in that regard.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
What was I gonna say?
Because like the thing is what like
You go ahead.
they kind of usually they kind of separate the stuff they use with the Force and the lightsaber combat as like two separate things. They don't usually do both in tandem with each other, which is well, I'm glad they're doing it more now, but it's just kind of unfortunate that they don't really mix the two a lot.
I imagine that's just down to well, one, just a lot of stuff to keep track of when you're like storyboarding a scene, and
Right.
also just, I'd imagine if you have to focus on sword fighting and like doing your levitation tricks, that requires like there's more
Well, I
discipline.
mean,
and-
because like something I can see is like Palpatine doing a fight. He mixes in his Force lightning.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny as well because I forget the actor for Palpatine's name, but
McDiarmid.
yeah, McDermott. Like, he doesn't really like doing the whole sword fighting stuff. Like, they had to. The Mace Windu fight was basically made to pretty much work around McDermott's lack of being able to fight very well.
Just by doing lightning everywhere.
Well, not that specifically, but just they had to like. Apparently, it was just a really hard scene to do because of it. But essentially, essentially though, like his idea of a good fight scene of just is him just shooting lightning, which is funny. But yeah.
Oh, by the way, our part's almost over.
Yeah, I've been taking a look at that.
Man, this part just kind of flew by, didn't it?
Yeah, a little bit.
What am I here for again?
We need to. I don't even know what we're
Destroy
doing.
Destroyer thing, I think it was.
Yeah, I'm barely paying attention.
I mean, hey, these conversations are interesting. Too bad we gotta end the part.
Yeah, I don't know where I'm going. I think I'm lost. Yeah, I got lost. Yeah, I think, yeah.
I looked away. Was there a jump cut?
Yes. Yeah, so I think next time, like, one of the first things we're doing is taking down the Star Destroyer, so... Fun times.
Wait, what was the proxy fight?
Oh, we're right, yeah. That's first and then the Star Destroyer. Do we have any last-minute things since it's the end of, like, our session today? Because we're probably gonna...
But what about the droid attacking the Wookiees?
We dealt with it, don't worry. So
No, okay, no, Scribe, you're like this. The level before, during the Order 66 bit in Skywalker Saga, like when you do that, it's called the level is literally called Droid Attack on the Wookiees. Because like they know.
Yeah, right.
What about the Droid Attack on the Wookiees?
What about the Wookiee attack on the droids?
Oh,
what
no.
about the Wookiee attack on the droids?
So
Good. That just makes... I'm just going off track at this point, but like this reminds me of the stupid video of like the of Ki-Adi-Mundi saying that during the "We do not grant you the rank of master" scene, and he just keeps on getting interrupted every 2 seconds.
Oof.
It's so stupid, but it's great.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, we don't. I imagine we don't see like lightsaber combat and force powers used in tandem that often because. One, yeah, it's difficult to storyboard and like space out. What's the word? Block out for a scene when you're like actually doing a choreography and post production.
Yeah, I can imagine it being a master choreograph that stuff.
Yeah, we want you to. All right, Hayden, we want you to like just push your hand out during this part while you're like holding up your lightsaber prop with Ewan and. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have Anakin use some lightning in this scene. So just kind of like twist, like wiggle your fingers a little.
Oh god.
Yeah, like make your hand look like claws.
Yeah.
George, are you high?
Yes. Anyways.
Yes. George has the key to all this.
Okay. Bye, everybody.
Yes. I don't know.